Good morning and welcome back to Book Morning Coffee. Today, we journey to the heart of Japan, not through temples or cherry blossoms, but through a quiet philosophy that has helped generations live long, meaningful lives. It's called Ikigai, a word that doesn't translate easily, a concept that doesn't shout. But once understood, it whispers to every part of your soul. So let's begin. What is Ikigai? Ikigai is a Japanese term that roughly means a reason for being. It's the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning, the quiet joy behind your actions, the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. It's not just about passion. It's not just about purpose. It's the sweet spot where meaning meets momentum. In Okinawa, where people live longer than almost anywhere else on Earth, Ikigai is not a luxury. It's a way of life. The 4 pillars of Ikigai. The authors Hector Garcia and Francesc Miralles describe Ikigai as a convergence of 4 elements. What you love, your passion. What you're good at, your vocation. What the world needs, your mission. What you can be paid for, your profession. When these 4 overlap, you find your Ikigai, your reason for being. But here's the secret. You don't need to find all 4 at once. Even 1 or 2 can bring clarity. Even a small step toward alignment can bring peace. Ikigai is found in the everyday. Ikigai isn't always grand. It's not always a career or a calling. Sometimes it's a garden, a morning walk, a conversation with a friend, a bowl of miso soup made with care. In Okinawa, elders speak of their Ikigai as tending bonsai trees, teaching martial arts, or playing music for neighbors. It's not about fame. It's about flow. It's not about achievement. It's about presence. Longevity through purpose. The book shares a powerful insight. People who live long, happy lives often have something to wake up for, even if it's small. A sense of purpose keeps the heart beating. It reduces stress. It strengthens community. It gives meaning to both joy and struggle. In a world obsessed with productivity, Ikigai reminds us, meaning is more powerful than speed. Reflection. What is your Ikigai? As you sip your coffee this morning, ask yourself, what do I love so much I lose track of time? What am I naturally good at? What do people thank me for? What could I do every day, even if no one paid me? Your Ikigai might be hidden in plain sight, in your hobbies, in your kindness, in your quiet rituals. You don't need to quit your job or move to Japan. You just need to listen, to notice, to follow the thread of joy. Ikigai is a journey, not a destination. You don't achieve Ikigai. You live it. You grow into it. You return to it again and again. Some days it's clear. Other days it's foggy, but it's always there, waiting beneath the noise. So be gentle with yourself. Let curiosity guide you. Let simplicity support you. And remember, Ikigai is not about being perfect. It's about being alive. Ikigai, a gentle light that guides each day. Ikigai isn't a goal to conquer, It's a gentle light, just enough to guide your way, just enough to make you smile when you wake up. It doesn't have to be a grand mission. Sometimes, Ikigai is simply something you do with full presence. A mother tending to her backyard garden. An elderly man teaching martial arts to children in the village. A young woman writing in her journal each morning, just to understand herself. No one pays them. No one applauds them. But they live long, healthy, joyful lives because they have a reason to live. Ikigai doesn't have to be perfect. In modern society, we're often caught in questions like, what is my passion? What was I born to do? If I don't know my purpose, am I wasting time? These questions can sometimes create pressure instead of clarity. Ikigai doesn't demand perfect answers. It simply asks you to listen to yourself. Not to find a title, but to recognize what makes life feel meaningful. Maybe today your Ikigai is caring for a loved one. Tomorrow, it's learning a new skill. Next week, it's writing a few heartfelt lines online. Ikigai can change, and that's perfectly okay. Slow down to live deeply. One of the most powerful lessons from Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life, is those who live long aren't the fastest, they're the slowest. In Okinawa, people don't rush. They eat slowly. They work slowly. They talk slowly. They age slowly. And in that slowness, they find depth. They don't live to check off to-do lists. They live to feel each moment. Flow, the state of presence. A key concept in Ikigai is flow, the state of being so immersed in an activity that you lose track of time. When you paint, write, cook, play music, garden, and you're not thinking about the outcome, just enjoying the process, that's flow. Flow is where Ikigai lives, not in perfection, but in presence. You don't have to be great. You just have to show up. The journey to Ikigai, a few gentle steps. If you're wondering, how do I find my Ikigai? Start with small questions. What brings me joy even when no one praises me? What can I do for hours without feeling tired? When others need help, what do they come to me for? If I had one free day to do anything, what would I choose? Write it down. It doesn't have to be right. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It just has to be honest. Ikigai doesn't come from analysis. It comes from listening. Everyday examples of Ikigai. A retired doctor teaching free classes to underprivileged children. A baker waking up at 4 a.m., not for profit, but for the joy of seeing others enjoy his bread. A father telling bedtime stories to his child, not out of duty, but because it's the moment he feels most alive. They don't call it Ikigai, but that's exactly what it is. Ikigai and human connection. Ikigai isn't just something you do alone. It's also about connection. When you share joy with others, when you help someone feel better, when you make the world, even a small corner of it, warmer. Ikigai blooms in community, in kindness, in relationships that ask for nothing in return. Ikigai and longevity. The book shares that in Okinawa, many people live to 90 or even 100 years old, still healthy, still sharp. Not because they follow strict diets or hit the gym every day, but because they have a reason to live. They have something to do, someone to love, a community to belong to. And that's the most powerful medicine of all. Morning reflection. One small action. As you sip your coffee this morning, try one small thing. Write down 3 things you love doing for no reason at all. Call a friend and ask, what makes life meaningful for you? Spend 10 minutes doing something not for results, just because you enjoy it. That might be your first step toward discovering your Ikigai. Ikigai isn't a destination, it's a way of living. You don't need to find Ikigai like buried treasure. You just need to live as if it's already there, in every action, every choice, every breath. Let Ikigai be your gentle guide, not loud, not flashy, but enough to help you see yourself clearly. Thank you for joining me here at Book Morning Coffee. If today's reflection brought you peace, share it with someone who's searching for meaning, or simply keep it close, like a quiet reminder. Let today move slowly. Let each action carry presence. And let your Ikigai, your reason for being, bloom in the small things. Wishing you a peaceful day and a life full of meaning.